Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Connor, the #1 booktube show where things go wrong. So today, to celebrate the release of Midnight Sun, which comes out in like only a few weeks time now, I thought I would try and recreate the Midnight Sun book cover as a cake. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and then over the last few days on Twitter, there's been this trend going around. It is so scary. It is like realistic things, and then they cut into it and it's cake, and it had me questioning my entire life. I was like, what is cake? Am I cake? Is my house cake? Like,
some see this glass as half full, some see it as half empty, but I see it as a piece of cake.
I think everything is cake. So that's put me on edge, and it was like, okay, that's a sign I need to make this video. I've seen this vegan hack, okay, and I don't know if it's going to work. Apparently, if you take a cake mix and then add, instead of eggs and like, yeah, just eggs, you add Sprite, or as the cheap Sprite, because we are on a budget on this channel, it makes the cake like work vegan. I don't know if this is going to work out. Fingers crossed it does. I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to make this cake and then we're going to decorate it to look like the Midnight Sun cake. No, the Midnight Sun cover. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please subscribe, and let's get started making this cake. So the first thing we're going to do, obviously, is put the cake mix in the bowl. I'm really scared this bowl is not going to be big enough, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, now to this, we need to add 300 ml of Sprite. So I'm just going to pour that in here. And then add this to the mix. I feel like you should have made like a well, actually. I haven't made a cake in a long time. Oh my god, this bowl is like just big enough. Okay, now we need to mix all this together and try and not spill it. Okay, now that this is actually mixed together, which I'm surprised about, I did not think this was going to work when I first poured it in. We are going to add my favourite ingredient, food colouring. If you see my last video where I made food, you'll know that I do enjoy a bit of food colouring. So this time we've got red, not blue, because you know, if anything says Twilight, it's a red cake. Okay, the red is supposed to be like the blood, obviously, or the pomegranate seeds, whatever one you want. So we're just going to mix all this together again, and then pour it into the bowls. Is ready. I have 2 cake pans with greaseproof paper in it. Greaseproof, is that what it's called? And we just need to transfer the cake batter into the bowls. Now that our cakes are in the pans, I am going to put these in the oven for 25 minutes and then I will be back. But for you, obviously, that will be like 1 second. Okay, while our cakes are cooling, we are going to try and make vegan buttercream icing. I have never done this before, and it calls for like half a tub of this butter. That is a lot of butter, and like a lot of this as well. You need to add some red food colouring to this as well. I'm just going to mix a little bit in. I always say a little bit and then I pour so much. So the cakes are ready. They're very sticky, and it's definitely because of the soda that I used. I guess that's just a thing with the vegan recipe, but they're okay. And now I'm going to put all the icing into an icing piping bag, and then we will put the cakes on top of each other and hopefully they will not collapse. So it turns out that buttercream icing does not like having 3 different lights on, including a ring light right on it. So it's a little bit soft. So I put it in the fridge, and we will be back with the decorating after this message from our sponsors.
Lobby, let's all go to the lobby. lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The pop.
I should have done this before I put the icing on, but it obviously shouldn't be like a perfect circle. So I'm going to like cut some off the cake maybe. Like so. Just to make it more pomegranate shaped. And probably just ruin the cake in the process. Want to cut a bit off of here as well. And just scoop this. Okay, now so that the icing doesn't stick to the table, I'm just going to spread some of this out and make a big mess. Then I'm going to mix this red icing and this white icing together to try and make a kind of pinky colour that matches the colour of the pomegranate. And this is going to take a while. This is attempt number 2 at rolling. So just want to put some of this on. And then hopefully it won't stick. It is so warm in this room, which is not good. So we're going to work fast. Okay, now put this on the rolling pin. Oh my god, it's stuck again. Okay, we're just doing this super fast. Put the cake, the icing on the cake. You know what? That is not bad. I am actually quite happy with the shape of this. So now I'm going to add some white parts because the cover isn't actually all one colour. There's like white parts as well on the pomegranate. So I think I'm going to just roll out like a little thin sausage of this and put it around like here. And then there's some more that comes down like here. Okay, now this is what I've got. For the final touches, we have the pomegranates. So I'm just going to fill this bit with pomegranate and this side. They're kind of just everywhere, spilling out. Kind of like a shape like this. I'm going to add like a little barrier here so I can really fill up. Hopefully they'll stay in. I might do the same here as well actually. Although, I don't know, I feel like that's good enough. Kind of more wild over this side. And here is the finished cake. It definitely is not winning any awards for tricking anyone into believing it is a real book cover. I'll do a side by side. So you have the book and then you have the cake. Honestly, it's such a bad cake. It's such a mess, I know. But the point was not the cake. The point was to have fun. So I guess we succeeded. If someone wants to send this picture to Stephanie Meyer, take a screenshot of that and send it to her. Because I deserve some sort of reward for this monstrosity. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and please subscribe. You never know what's going to happen on this channel. Last week, I was reading The Wheel of Time. This week, I'm baking cakes. No matter what's going down, it's always a good time. So please subscribe and I will see you in my next video.